sum that one up?
Great first up win. When you come into a season, when you get to the first game, preseason goes out the window because everyone says 0-0 and no one cares how you looked in the preseason. So to come out against those guys that had done a good job of adjusting their roster this off-season, for us to come out and play like that was good to see.
You've got 47 threes. How many shots you've put up there? Is that planned for the year to be a big 3-4 team, or are you taking what you're getting?
We're taking what we can. You can see we got some dynamic players that can get to some good spots on the floor, and the way I like to play basketball is just sharing the ball, and we got a very unselfish team, and that's reflected, I believe, in our assist to turnover ratio tonight, and that leads to good shots.
You had everyone break out at different points throughout the game.
Yeah.
Is that the sign of how dangerous you are, that it's not going to be one, but it's going to be two people, there could be three in the next four?
That's been part of our messaging during the preseason when we got this group together, is you just better be ready to do your job when your name gets called. And tonight there was good contributors from guys that didn't play in the first half, come out in the second half and did a great job, and it allows us to at some stage find a rhythm in the game. And I thought in the third quarter and in the fourth, we found a great rhythm within our team at both ends of the floor.
Does the run home, I think they went 15-5, does it sour a little bit? Does it disappoint you that it finished like that?
It just allows us to have some good film for Monday.
The 1-2 element of Bryce and Keanu.
Yep.
How important is that? And is that as well as you've seen them do that together?
Look, that is progressing nicely. I think last year it took a little time for guys to figure out how to most utilize each other's strengths. But then throughout preseason, the communication, the connectivity, just in those two guys. But what I would also say is, the other additions we've made to our roster allows for that to happen, the floor spacing and so forth. So it is a dynamic 1-2 punch, though.
You talked about having options off the bench and coming on. Is it competition now for court time? Do you feel that's what it felt like tonight, that then guys wanting to show them because they want to play more court time?
We're in a forum where you better be competitive, otherwise you'll be left behind. So I'm good with that.
Ross, what do you see in that competition for spots between what JR's talking about with all these young guys, your Andrews and your Peppers and your Andersons, and everyone fighting for time? What do you, it must please you to see that going on at practice and in games?
Yeah, I don't really look at it as, people are competing, I guess, against each other for playing time. We all just trying to get better. We're all trying to set the tone. Because if you look at it that way, that individualism can creep in. So we all just trying to hoop and get better, for the Wildcats.
Did it feel like a Wildcats game out there? I know it was sort of billed as it's a neutral venue, but it's obviously a home court. It got pretty loud out there. Did it feel like a standard Wildcats game?
It's not neutral to us. So yeah, it was nice to hear the crowd again. It's been a minute.
Looked like you had a lot of fun with the entire concert weekend. The first three was right in front of Carmelo, and you came to the crowd a few times. Was the experience of the occasion fun more than just a normal game?
Nah, I play with that same passion even when it was COVID and nobody was in the gym. It doesn't make a difference to me.
You talk about Keanu?
Keanu played tremendous. I think, like JR said, with us having a year of experience learning how to play with each other, learning the different spots we like to be in, it's cool to see we had so many players that had spurts that where they were kind of taking over the game. That's really cool, and that shows, the potential we have with the weapons, and as long as we continue to utilize it, it could be great.
You're putting such a focus on becoming a better player, and we're really with that tonight. How pleasing is it to start the season with that sort of performance?
Yeah, very, very good. And I think here, when Doolittle, Windler, Pinder, Hiram Harris, Wagstaff, we have a core there that can keep us in games when things aren't going so well. Trust me, tonight was a nice game for us, but we're not going to play that fluid every night, so then we need to create more possessions. We did a good job of turning them over. We did a good job of finding offensive rebounds. So winning the possession game is important, and offensive rebounding is a big part of that.
John, just following up on Keanu, I mean, how important is it? Not, we've always known he can shoot, but how important is it for him to see that he can do that in a game now on a regular basis, and how much more of a dangerous threat does that now make him?
I think, first of all, Jared Martin's doing a really good job with him outside of practice hours. I think you would have seen that coming a little bit last year, especially like game one of the playoffs against Tassie. Our job now is to just get him feeling consistent and confident with that, and he certainly had a great mentality towards that tonight.
And with all the travel you've done, how good is it now to have a week at home, get ready for next Friday night?
Next Friday night, we play a team. They have two owners that have NBA championships. They got a basketball general manager of basketball that just puts rosters together. They got a coach that they call the GOAT. I haven't even talked about their roster. So I've already told our assistant coaches, let's figure out how we can win the jump ball so we can say we've won something that night.
You excited already for next Friday, Bryce?
It's another game.
And that's a bit of gamesmanship, though, JR. You'd be going in there to knock them over, right? Going hard.
Oh, no. I'll just stay at home.
Good.